If the words "what's for dinner" make your eye twitch, this one's for you. Meal planning doesn't have to be stressful, time-consuming, or complicated. And when you bring a little faith into it, it can actually become one of the most peaceful parts of your day. Stick with me to the end, and I'll share the simplest trick that saved me hours in the kitchen every single week. Hey friend, I'm Laura from Day by Day in Our World, and I help Christian families build peaceful homes by blending faith, family, and simple systems that actually work. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by meal planning, tired of the 5 p.m. chaos with kids saying what's for dinner, or feeling a little guilty for grabbing takeout because the day went sideways, again, hit subscribe. This is your place. 1 Corinthians, we're going to have our little scripture break. 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, "Whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God." Yes, even feeding your family. When you look at meal planning through the lens of stewardship and gratitude instead of perfection, everything shifts. It's not about Instagram aesthetics. It's not about gourmet meals. It's not about impressing anybody. It's about nourishing the people God entrusted to your care with peace, not pressure, and He can meet you even in the kitchen. Now, before we get to the steps, let's call out the truth. Meal planning feels overwhelming, and there's a bunch of different reasons why it might. You're thinking of 21 meals at once, so the whole entire week's worth. You forget what's in your pantry. By 5 o'clock, decision fatigue is real. The week gets busy and your plan falls apart, or you're trying to be creative when you just really want easy. But with a little structure and a lot of grace, meal planning becomes one of the easiest rhythms in your week. Now, this is the foundation. Step 1, create a go-to meal list. Most people try to come up with 7 different dinners every single week, and it's no wonder it feels exhausting. Instead, create your go-to meal list of 10 to 15 easy meals that your family already loves. Some examples are tacos, Taco Tuesday is a thing, spaghetti, slow cooker chicken, love that one, sheet pan meals, grilled cheese and soup, stir fry, pizza, dinner for breakfast. There's lots of different ideas. Print it, write it, or put it in your digital planner. Examples here. Every week, simply choose from your list. There's not thinking, there's not scrolling Pinterest, there's no reinventing the wheel. And it doesn't mean you can't say one day a week we're going to try something new. But at least for the other 6, it's easy. Once we got to where we had our go-to meal list, meal planning went from taking 20 minutes to just maybe, 3 to 5, because we aren't starting from zero every week. Now, the second step is to plan it out. Plan it once, bless all week. Take 10 minutes on Sunday, literally 10 minutes at most, to map out the week. Here's the key. You need to check your calendar first. Look at what kind of days you are actually planning for. So, kids have baseball practice Tuesday night. That might be a great time for a slow cooker meal. Have church or choir rehearsal on Wednesday. It could be a great night for leftovers. Friday is your family movie night. Pizza or something fun is always great. Or a busy weekend, you want something easy and flexible. Meal planning is going to work when it matches your real life. Don't put a complicated recipe on your busiest day. You already know that it's not going to happen. So here's a time-saving tip for you. When you fill out your weekly meal plan, take an extra couple minutes to make the grocery list to match. Your future self will thank you. Now, the third step, and this is where the faith part really shines. We often rush through dinner, get everybody fed, move on to the next thing. In our house, we like to take those few seconds to pray over our food and each other before we start. Thank God for the food, the people gathered, the day that He's carried you through for His provision. That small moment turns dinner from being a checklist item into a connection time. Remember, gratitude resets the heart, it calms the atmosphere, it brings your family back to God right at the dinner table, and it could also open up for great discussions with your family members. Now, what does meal planning get for you? Well, first off, meal planning isn't about creating perfect meals. It's about creating peace. Peace in your evening, peace in your budget, and peace in your mind. When you approach meal planning with grace instead of guilt, it becomes a blessing and not a burden. You're going to spend less time stressing, less money on last-minute takeout, and more time connecting with your family. Remember, God cares about this part of your home too. Now, if you like to use the same simple system that I do, the Peaceful Home Planner includes a simple digital meal tab, weekly meals, go-to meal list, shopping list, all in one place. Now, whether it's in the planning stages or the actual meal prep, involving other family members can make the entire process more enjoyable. My boys have all learned to cook. By the time my youngest was 8, he was making simple meals: grilled cheese, tomato soup, scrambled eggs, and pancakes, mac and cheese from a box, and hot dogs, and spaghetti with meatballs. That was his 4-recipe repertoire. His brothers might have said, "Oh, we're getting tired of seeing the 4 things," but he was capable and willing to help serve the family in this way. Now, for a while, we had 5 of us on rotation, where we just literally had day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and started back over day by day. But then we switched to assigned nights because it started to be complicated with the calendar. People had certain things on certain days and didn't want to have to worry about dinner too on those days. So we planned it now so that I have 2 boys at home year-round, 3 home over holidays, and they'll each get 2 nights to have to plan dinner. And it's okay for their plan to be, I made enough food the first night that's our leftovers, because we always skip a day in between people, so it's not getting too repetitive. It helps me. It helps train them up as well. So thank you for spending this time with me here. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what's your family's favorite go-to dinner? You can see a picture of one of ours. All of the boys have their own take on homemade mac and cheese. I'd love to see your ideas. We all need new inspiration. Thanks for watching, and God bless.